ॐ विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यन्निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्वोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्रचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ मंत्र नंबर 10 यदेव इह तदमुत्र यदमुत्र तदन्विह मृत्योस्मृत्युमाप्नोति य इह नानेव पश्यति. So in the last line of Bhashyam it said, Tasmat tathana pashyet विज्ञान एक रसम नैरंतर्येण आकाशवत् परिपूर्णं ब्रह्म एव अहमस्मि इति पश्येत इति वाक्यार्थः. So nana na pashyati. In Brahman one doesn't see the duality because Brahman is vijnana ekarasam. Brahman is like what? Like a sugar crystal. A sugar crystal from any side you taste, right? Either of the side from the above or from the below, it's all sweet. Ekarasam. Unlike mango. Yeah. Mango is sweet, but not all the way up to the stone. They call stone, that seed. It's amazing. The seed of the mango is called stone. But anyway, so the outer part, valve, is more sweet because it is exposed to the sun and so get ripen very well. But inside, in the core, near that seed, it's generally is sour, can be sour. So, unlike that, whereas sugar to the core, it's all one sweetness, same way. Ekarasam Brahma. Anything you think of is in consciousness. Is in consciousness is also wrong. Anything like it's unlike. Oh, Swamiji, this clip is in your hand. Clip is in your hand. Like that, whatever you think of is within consciousness? No. Here two are independent. To have a separate existence. Dvaitam. So it's unlike Nana Eva. There is no Dvaitam. Means what you think of, what you are aware of, is non-separate from awareness. Could you follow? And therefore, what is non-separate from consciousness, awareness? Then I will drop the word non-separate. And I will just say that what I think of is myself. So, body is consciousness. Could you follow? What is non-separate is that karyam. And one which lends existence to that karyam is the karana. And therefore, consciousness being consciousness being lending the existence to everything. Everything is non-separate. Therefore, everything is karyam is karanam only. Right? Karyam is karanam. Therefore, all that is there, well, is nothing but consciousness. All that is there is consciousness. One homogeneous, it's not fair word, but anyway, for want of better word, all that is there is consciousness. That's better. All that is there is consciousness. So this how. But Swami, I feel what I am conscious of and I, the consciousness, are different. That is ignorance. That's what yesterday we saw. Because how can you say ignorance? Because you take yourself to be not just consciousness. You take yourself to be conscious being who is conscious of that. But you take also in that I, which is conscious being, this body, mind, sense complex. So your I shine as the individual. And that I cannot pervade, cannot go beyond this dermis. You automatically say the other one is non I, different from I, including Ishvara, including other Jiva, including any insentient thing in the world. If your I is due to Viveka, well, puts the body mind sense complex also as object of consciousness, not consciousness, object of consciousness. And then you can say, body is consciousness, but you don't take yourself as a body. That's a big thing. And then definitely you, as the other object in the world is, which you are conscious of, you are more conscious of, in fact, of your body, more conscious. Self consciousness, we say. Self. That self is body, mind, sense complex. You are more conscious of your body compared to your conscious of anything in the creation. You are more conscious of even mind compared to even your body. Yeah. Therefore, you talk to others, your friends, about your body, few sentences, but about your mind, you go on length. Go on length. Keep talking and talking. What is happening, and then what reactions occurred when somebody did this and that and this. All is a closer object of knowledge, mind. Closer, much closer. You are aware of the nuances of your emotions and everything. People talk to psychiatrists for hours, and he allows you to talk because he already got the fees. So you just talk, talk. So what was there inside just comes out. And you feel the psychiatrist gave a treatment. You gave a treatment to yourself. you gave a treatment. And the loss is that $500 which you paid. Okay? Yeah. All that is there inside comes out. And all that is comes out is nothing but your knowledge about this Karya Karana Sankhata. People, of course, are body conscious also very much, but that is not. We people are not. There are people who are stars and working in the glamorous world. They are too conscious of their body. Yeah, too conscious. We are not that, and should not be. More you are conscious of the body means more you are because there is a I sense in this. There is I sense in this, that's okay. But you take that I sense, that is ahankara, as yourself. I am this only. Then definitely, since you equate yourself to the physical body, which is really not the case. Physical body is I, but I am not the physical body. And therefore, one always will have a sense of insignificance all the time. Mm. Anyway, so here nana, so vijnana ek rasam tasmat tathana pashet. Bhashyakara says, may you not see yourself like this. Oh, I am Karyakarana Sanghata. Don't look upon yourself like this. विज्ञान एकरसम नैरंतर्येण आकाशवत परिपूर्णम ब्रह्म एव अहमस्मि इति पश्येत. So you see yourself as a vijnana ekarasam. Ekarasam vijnanam. So consciousness that is none other than, I mean, there is nothing other than the consciousness, limitless consciousness, whole. Well, nairantaryena. So, nairantaryena. Without nirantarasya bhavaha, nairantaryam. Nirantarasya bhavaha, nairantaryam. And nirantaram is what? Nirgatah antaram, yasmat, saha nirantarah. Or tad nirantaram, either way. So, nairantaryena, then that has been formed from that. Nirantarasya bhavaha nairantaryam tena. Nairantaryena. So, there is no gap. There is no gap in terms of time between you and the Brahman. There is no gap in terms of place between you and Brahman. There is no gap in terms of the truth of everything. Well, so the truth of everything in the creation is Brahman, because Brahman is the Jagat Karanam. That Brahman happens to be you. There is no distance between you and that Brahman. The self is Brahman. Brahman is the self, because Yadeva Iha Tad Amutra. Yadamutra Tadeva Iha. Mahavakya. And so this is how it has been said. Ekarasam Brahma Pashyed. Let's go to now next verse. Iti Vakyartha, Bhashyakara says. Vakyartha means this is the meaning of this mantra. Vakya here, but somebody which sentence? This is the meaning of the mantra. Entire mantra number 11. मनसैवेदमाप्तव्यम् नेह नानास्ति किञ्चन मृत्यु समृत्युं गच्छति यह नानेव पश्यति. So that aparoksham Brahma, what is here is there, what is there is here. So means you need not go. You need not go to any place. You need not wait in a certain time, specific time to experience Brahman. Brahman being what is there as a Jagat Karanam, means which pervades the entire creation in form of orders and everything. That Brahman is you, which is self-evident, which is aparoksham, which is immediate. Therefore, I am waiting for Swamiji experience of Brahman. I am studying lot, but I have not yet gained experience of Brahman. That is what. That I is Brahman. Yeah? What do you say? So that is I is Brahman. No, I am individual. Oh my God. So the teaching has not percolated yet. So that's fine. But anyway, so aparoksham Brahma means it is one whole, organic whole. Like somebody told, Swamiji, I will come back in the evening. I'm taking your permission. I said, why? Where are you going? Oh, I am going to Houston. What for? Well, in Houston and around that Houston, there is a beautiful space, and I would like to experience that space. Yeah. So all pervading space is here also. So it's this kind of a thing. I is basically Brahman. So one has to understand by dropping all these notions about oneself centered on the body, taking yourself as a body, mind, sense complex. Anyway, so you need not go to experience the space. Okay, so you need not go. Don't wait for the experience. It's not an object of experience. That's the thing. If you want to experience Brahman, then you, the experiencer, is Brahman. Okay? Ah, If you want to experience the Brahman, then better you look to yourself. Turn attention. You want to experience Brahman? Turn attention to yourself. Yeah, then I can't experience I. Yeah, better you know yourself as I as Brahman. And so this way, Swamiji, so Many bhaktas have experienced God going to so and so place. What about them? This is like that. Going to Houston, experience space. Okay? That's what it is. What is, is, in terms of drishyam and drik, is one reality. You call it Atma, you call it Parameshwara, or you call it God, whatever you want to call it. Ekarasam. Ekarasam. Advayam Brahma. And in fact, it says it is coming. Swalpam api bhedam adhyaropayan. In this bhasham of this is coming. Swalpam api. A beat of duality between you and the Brahman or Parmeshwara is going to invite a capital punishment. Shastra says. Therefore, this is childish to say, I will go to Vaikuntha to experience Brahman, Parmeshwara, Narayana. But what can we say? This is how the people are. Heaven going, heaven bound religions, heaven going, the attitude of to go to somewhere else to experience God is all childish, not knowing the reality, totally ignoring the vision of the Shastra, totally ignoring. It has to say, Neha nanasti kinchana. Nana neha, here in this world. The very experiencer experienced the Vashti and the Samashti. Jiva, Ishvara. No, Swamiji, this is world, not Ishvara. Here, world is a Ishvara. Ah, world is non-separate from Ishvara, being a material cause of everything. So what you experience is Ishvara, and Ishvara is not there, and I am quite different. Ishvara pervades here totally, totally. Here in right now in my perception, there is a Ishvara. Anyway, I'm coming to that. So we have to recognize this Ekarasam Vijnanam Brahma Ahamasmi, Pashakara says. That Brahma eva Ahamasmi, that alone is me. Or I am that Brahman alone, that Parameshwara. That we have to recognize. There is no question of seeing, doing a, what is that, realizing sakshatkara, etc. Anyway, how to recognize Manasa eva idam aptavyam nehana nasti kinchana, etc. So aptavyam, this vision is to be this ekatvam is to be recognized. So you require basically manasa. You require a vritti jnanam. So don't try to knock off your mind. Yeah, in samadhi, nirvikalpa samadhi. Oh, I attended a lot of classes, nothing happened. So I think now I should go beyond the mind, etc. No, Bhashyakara says by the mind alone. What kind of a mind he is telling before? Let's read that. Prag ekatva vijnanat acharya agama samskutena. Ekatva vijnanat prak. Before gaining knowledge of this Ekarasam Brahma, Ekatva, before gaining the knowledge of this Vyashti and Samashti, of oneness between that, Acharya Agama Samskutena, then you have to connect it with the mantra. Acharya Agama Sanskritena Manasa Eva Idam Aptavyam. That's a sentence is incomplete. So you should connect it with the mantra, first line of the mantra. Acharya Agama Sanskritena Manasa Eva Idam Aptavyam. So Acharya Agama Sanskritena, mind that is made ready, not raw mind, which is cooked mind. Yeah, cooked. Okay, prepared mind. So cooked by what? Cooked by Acharya and with the help of a Agama Shruti. But by teacher, why should be it cooked? Shruti is necessary. Why teacher? Because we don't know what kind of teaching he imparts to us. We don't know. Therefore, that you remove it. By Acharya Agama Sanskritena, nahi, by Agama Sanskritena, by Shruti alone. So, teacher is not necessary. No problem. Shruti only is a pramana, right? Therefore, you open the book of the Upanishad and go through the entire Upanishad this way and that way. Nothing you gain. Nothing. Basically, the Shastra germinates in the person through the teacher. The teaching really germinates, means gives the knowledge of this ekatvam. Shastra is a pramana, that's fine, which the subject matter is this also, that's fine, oneness. But that teaching, that subject matter, germinates in the person, the listener, through the teacher. That's what it is. And the Pujya Swamiji's example I used to remember. In initial years of our, then Coimbatore ashram was made. I mean, in initial years. So, in fact, when the land was selected by Pujya Swami, and because it is bit in the valley, always everywhere he selects the valley. This is a way in Pocono valleys. But there it is also. Hmm. So at that time, all the mountains were bald, no trees. Coimbatore as such also is in a rain shadow region. Therefore, very less rain falls there. And the other side of the mountain is all that Kerala, or the Palghat. So there is a lot of rain. And this side, no. And then Swamiji selected, and then that few acres of that, then they planted beautifully varieties of the trees. Yeah, just in that few acres of the ashram. And within few years of that, later, all other things also became green. How? Because the birds used to come and used to take the seeds, fruits, etc., what they have planted. And they used to fly here and there. And with that droppings of the bird, the seed which comes out of that invariably germinates. Invariably. The seed may not germinate, but the seed which has passed through the body of the bird germinates. And now you see lots of trees around. Whole thing has become green. Similarly, the example is not good, okay? Similarly, same teaching germinates, makes the bhumi in the mind green. Yeah. When it passes through a bird called teacher. Acharya always makes this. Shastra Acharya Upadeshana is a very well-known statement by Bhashyakara. All the time. Guru Vakya Upadeshe, Guru Shastra Upadeshena, Acharya Shastra Upadeshena. Because the handling of the words is essential. Words are the same. Satyam, Nityam, Ekarasam. All this Jnanam. Not that these words you do not know. But these words should be handled in a special manner so that it will give you understanding of yourself. Your understanding of the words which are used in the Shastra is in terms of various objects. These words are handled because the teacher also has gained in a tradition handling of the words. Yeah. So those words definitely are handled in such a way by the teacher, handles, right? The words of the teaching, words of the Shastra are handled. So that you will understand that Satyam, that Nityam, that Jnanam is none other than I. The meaning of these words, otherwise you are familiar in a different sense. These words, ultimately, the meaning of these words land nowhere else but in I. Therefore, it is said, then definitely the words of the Shastra germinates through the teacher. So Bhashyakara says, एकत्व विज्ञानात् प्राक् आचार्य आगम संस्कृतेन मनसा एव इदम एकत्वम आप्तव्यम etc. So what is to be gained? First let's see the meaning of the verse as such. So manasa eva idam aptavyam, idam, this aptavyam has to be attained. So ekarasam brahma aptavyam, right? Or ekatvam between jiva and Ishvara, which is none other than ekarasam brahma, one without the second. Aptavyam. So idam aptavyam, this has to be attained. Manasa eva, through the mind alone. Asti na nana, there is no plurality. Kinchana iha, at all here. Here, in what you experience and the experiencer. Between them, there is no duality at all. And in what you experience also, there is no duality. It's all one Brahman, Ekarasam Brahma. And you also Brahman. So what is there is here. What is here, which is that, that's already told. So there is no plurality, kinchana iha at all here. Saha yaha pashyati, one who sees this. One who sees, I'm sorry, saha yaha pashyati, one who sees iha nana iva, one who sees here plurality, gachati, goes, where? Mrityoho mrityum, from death to death. So this Brahman, ekarasam vijnana ekarasam Brahma, has to be attained, manasa eva, idam, neuter word indicating vijnana ekarasam Brahma. Clear? So this is how it is. Let's read Bhashyam. Manasa idam brahma ekarasam aptavyam atma eva na anyad asti iti apte cha nanatva pratyupasthapikayaः avidyayaः nivrutatvad iha brahmani nana nasti किंचन अणुमात्रम अपि. So manasa idam ekarasam brahma ekarasam manasa idam brahma, which is ekarasam aptavyam atma eva na anyadasti iti. So this, what is to be gained in life is this atma, and so which is ekarasam brahma. What is to be gained in life is, Swamiji, not this. What is to be gained in life is other than Brahman. And Shastra says what is to be gained in life is Brahman alone. So then there is a contradiction, looks like. There is no contradiction. There is no contradiction. One who says, I want to gain anything in life but Brahman, he doesn't know that he is seeking Brahman. Okay? Yeah. I'm seeking peace of the mind. You are peace. You are silence. I'm seeking joy in my life, happiness in my life. Oh, you are happiness. You are fullness. Oh, I'm seeking security in my life. You are timeless Brahman, okay? What else do you want? No, that's it. I want this much only. No, no, you have a big list. No, but I have reduced the whole list into three. And this three is reduced into one. Okay? By Shastra. Yeah. Because all that is here is Ekarasam Brahma. May you recognize, being Ekarasam, it cannot be other than you. Ekarasam means whole. Whole cannot be away from me. Huh? If whole cannot be, but I am part of the whole. No, sir. Any whole is always partless. Anything which is made up of parts will fall apart. If fall apart, then it is not timeless, it is time bound. The parts must have come together at a given time. Parts must go within time. What comes in time, born in time, put together in time, will go in time. But there could be an exception. Bhagwan said there is no exception. Bhagwan, this is also Bhagwan. He says this is what I am. No exception. Jatasya he dhruvaha mrityuhu. That's it. Jatam means which is born. It could be insentient, sentient, anything is ultimately. Everything which is born will definitely acquire death. And therefore, that whole is a partless whole. It's timeless. Therefore, it is not time bound, means the parts cannot be put together. Anything which is put together is in given time, will fall apart in a given time. A Shastra says Atma is timeless because it is the very, it is the very, it's the very content of the time. Very time is objectified by the Atma. Anyway, so the concept of time, etc., exists in time anyway, in Brahman. So my point is, so therefore it is partless whole, and therefore better you claim you are whole because you are not part of the whole. You are not part of the whole. You are whole. Hey, I am whole. In light of this understanding, draw. I am whole means what you want to gain also is yourself. Okay. No, what you want to gain is also yourself. Could you follow what I'm saying? So manasa eva idam apta. What is to be gained in life is, and that is what Bhashakara says. Manasa eva ekarasam brahma aptavyam atma eva. That ekarasam brahma, whole, can never be away from you. It is now and here. That is whole. Now. If it is after, then it is not whole. That ekarasam brahma you gain later, then it is not ekarasam. Then what is not here also cannot be ekarasam. It should be free from the idea of time and place. That's ekarasam, whole, limitless, purnam. Anyway, and therefore, atma eva na anyadasti. This Brahma, this Ekarasam Brahma, Vijnanam Ekarasam Brahma is Atma alone, none Nyadasti. There is nothing else. So after gaining knowledge, what is to be gained also will not be there, is not there. Everything is covered. Emphasis is to be given to how it is to be gained. That's what the emphasis is. Manasa eva idam aptavyam. Idam Brahma aptavyam is to be gained by mind alone. So there is necessity to mention this. Why there is necessity to mention this? Because in Shastra there are other sentences. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha yan manasana manute yena ahur manomatam tadeva brahmatvam viddhi nedam yadidam upasate. This Brahman cannot be gained through mind. Yan manasa na manute. You cannot think of Brahman. You cannot objectify Brahman, basically. Here, manasa eva idam aptavyam. Look at that. This is how whole teaching is in this contradiction. One who says there is contradiction, he is in a great realm of ignorance. One who says this so-called contradictory statement alone will ultimately, on analysis, give the knowledge of the self. He knows the self. Okay, everywhere it is like that. Yeah, even in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, I think, or 7th. What is that? The whole creation is in me. I am not in them. Even they are not in me. What is that statement? I forgot again. So, this contradiction. And all kind of, what is that? Yanisha sarva bhutanam yasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sanisha pashyato munehe anoho aniyan mahato mahiyan. Oh, it is anoho aniyan. It is subtler and subtler than even an atom. Oh my God, it's so subtle. No, mahato mahiyan. Oh, it is greater than even the greatest thing in the world. My God, even greater than the universe. What is this? Subtler or great? Means it's whole. That's it. Drop the idea of this subtler and the greater accent. No dimension at all. There's no dimension to this Brahman, of this Brahman, which is Atma eva nanyat. Bhashyakar, poor Bhashyakar, all the time he brings Atma. Whenever he talks about Brahma, he doesn't forget. While talking about the prana, Hiranyagarbha also say Atma. He has put that word there also. All is your manifestation. No, Brahma's manifestation of Brahman is manifestation of yourself. You are Brahman. Anyway, so the words mind come back without objectifying the mind. And therefore, it is necessary to say manasaya vidamaptam. Along with the words and mind, they come back. They don't have access. So beyond mind and words, that we like. This kind of thing we like. Areas of transcendence are the very attractive for the man. Because person is all generally tired by dealing. So therefore he wants to transcend. That's how he wants to run away also. Run away is like a transcending. Because he doesn't know how to deal with this. So always we like this. Going beyond. Therefore there is no need of, dealing. So it's a basic problem of dealing actually. You just escape. So, but that people don't realize, wherever you transcend and whenever you transcend, you come back to the same plane. Yeah. Every day you transcend the mind. You need not, yan manasana manute, etc., becomes a Brahmavakya for you. Because, but then you transcend mind. You Brahman, transcend mind. By nature, you transcend every thought. That's one thing. But that's how I said in meditation. You pervade in and through all thoughts. You, with thought free consciousness, pervades every thought. So, thought free mind is silence, but you are a thought free consciousness. So, you are ever silence. Could you follow what I'm saying? You are ever silence, who obtains even in a thought free state of the mind. When the mind is silent, there also you obtain. How can you say, Swami, there you obtain? Then how do you talk about that silence? How do you talk about that? How do you talk about that, Swamiji, I got a thought-free state? There is someone who is sitting right there, has not gone anywhere. As the thought arises from that, thought is illumined. And then thought goes, another thought comes. You keep illumining. And then the thought-free, you still illumine. That's a Sakshi. You are sitting there, ever thought free, ever changeless, ever invariable. Thought is variable, mind is variable. You are invariably present. They are non separate from you. In fact, you are the content of the entire thought world. Good, bad, whatever you want to say. You are the content of that. But basically, you are free from that. You transcend that. Anyway, but you have an experience of transcendence of the mind. Yeah, don't try too much in a waking state, right? And think what happens after getting transcendence and coming back in the waking state. Waking, waking state becomes nightmare. Thought becomes nightmare. Body becomes nightmare. People becomes nightmare. Because you transcend. That's how after generally quarreling with somebody, we wish we go to bed. We want to sleep. That's a way of transcending. I can't deal now too much. You can't deal. You don't know how to deal. That indicates that. Because the mind is so much now, right now, so much disturbed. And I can't handle it. Best way is what? I let me transcend the mind. Let me transcend. But person, poor guy, doesn't understand that as I wake up, you are going to wake up. You will face the same mind. Therefore, it's not good. It's not good. So Shastra seems to support like that. Yan manasana manute. So I'm indicating nirvikalpak samadhi. Why should you go to samadhi? That's how they say one who has a vyutthanam from a samadhi, one who comes back from the samadhi, for him the waking state becomes like a nightmare. They say they're like, thousands of scorpions simultaneously, suppose, bites you. And what kind of a pain you have? That kind of a pain that yogi has when he comes back to the waking state. He transcended. Nirvikalpa means totally thought free. Aham, idam, both kinds of thought, vikalpa, has gone in terms of experience. Samadhi is an experience. You come back. They never want to come back, but you come back. You can't be there, right? All the years you can't be there. You come back 5 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours. Your hunger will bring you back. Your thirst will bring you back. Same way this deep sleep state. You transcend. When you go to bed, your mind has so many conflicts and several worries also for son and this daughter and husband and this and that, and or job, worry of your job and so anything, or conflict with the mother-in-law, whatever, anything. And that is just overpowered, not dealt, therefore not resolved, just overpowered in a deep sleep state. As you wake up, you bring those things. Therefore, it's better to deal with them in a waking state, right? Rather than going beyond the mind. So, this statement is so nice for us. Manasa eva idamaptvyam. Vijnana ekrasam brahma, moksha. If you want to gain moksha, samadhi is not a solution. Teaching, exposure to teaching is a solution which will generate vritti, jnana vritti, manasa, vrittya, jnana vrittya. Vritti jnanam is necessary. And that vritti jnanam should be in keeping with the pramana, shastra. Like your chakshusha vritti will be in keeping with your eyes, pramana. Your shrotra vritti will be in keeping with your ears, pramana. Same way here also, I am Akhandam Brahma, Ekarasam Brahma, one without the second, Brahma. All that is there which I experience is totally non-separate from Brahman. Therefore, that is Brahman, and the very experiencer is Brahman. The experience which arises in form of thoughts is also totally soaked in Brahman, arise from Brahman. As I think of means as I am aware of. It falls in a consciousness, awareness. And therefore, what is away from this? Nothing is away. There's a whole triad of experience is Brahman. Non-separate means is Brahman. Pot is non-separate from clay. Don't keep like there. Pot is clay. That's it. Wave is non-separate from water. Don't keep on saying that. Wave is water. Non-separate means you have to put this immediately. A non-separate idea brings like this. Non-separate. Non-separate. They are two independent entities, somehow connected. It's not. Here it is karya-karana. One is a lender of existence, other is a borrower. The very existence of the entire world is sitting on you. Right? Is there in you. You are adhishthanam of the entire creation. Adhishthanam of the thoughts, adhishthanam of the objective world, sensory perceptions, and the very experiencer. All have adhishthanam in you, the consciousness. Ekarasam Brahma. Anyway, so then that vritti gnanam definitely, which takes place in mind, and that is opposed to ajnanam, and therefore that vritti removes ajnanam with regards to what? Self-revealing self. Vritti also cannot reveal you. Vritti removes the notion which is born of the ajnanam. So that jnanavritti removes the avidya, ajnanam, along with these notions. And what is left is a self-revealing I without any division, right? And therefore, I am not karta, bhokta, etc. All this. That is the meaning of Vijnana Ekrasam resolve into me only. Because I am karta, bhokta, that's a notion. Kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam, well, I hand it over. I hand it over. It cannot be destroyed. They are not destroyed. Nothing is destroyed here. All the destruction in Vedanta is just about understanding it as a mithya, nothing else. So Kartrutvam we are handing over to Ahankara. I was claiming Ahankara as I. I should not have claimed, but I claim. So Ahankara also is going to be there. Yes, I will not claim I am Ahankara. That will be there. Now, once I don't claim I am Ahankara, Ahankara has become Badhitam. I consider myself as Adhishthanam of Ahankara. I know, not consider. I know myself because everything is ultimately consciousness. Then Ahankara also is consciousness. The body also is consciousness. Everything is consciousness. Hamba, too much. Therefore, Ekrasa Brahma resolves in me. I am the meaning. And this is we call Lakshartha. Yeah. I am Karta, I am Bhokta, I am this, I am individual, I am that, I am human being. All is a Vachyartha. Vachyartha, popular meaning of I. You ask anybody, he will say, I'm a human being, I'm male, I'm a doer, I'm an enjoyer, I'm a seer, I'm here. Everyone will talk. That's a Vachyartha. But knowing this, oh, I am Vijnana Ekrasam Brahma. What is present even in the Karta, connected to the Karta, Bhokta, Vijnana, Pramata, they cannot exist independent of me. Vachya Sambandhi Lakshana. Lakshana is always connected to the Vachya. So that is Bhagatyaga Lakshana. I am Karta, etc. In that only Kartrutvam, etc. We hand it over to the Ahankara. I'm keeping. I am Karta. Swamiji, that I also should be given. Then who will claim I am Ekarasam Brahma? So therefore I am is kept. That's the reality we have seen, invariable. That is kept. So Bhagat Tyaga Lakshana. Bhagasya Tyagaha. I am Karta, from that only a part is removed, which belongs to the Upadhi, Karyakarana Upadhi, Ahankara, you can say. Anyway, so this is the nature of knowing. Therefore, Yan Manasana Manute. But oh, Swamiji, then what is the meaning of Yan Manasana Manute? You told about Manasa Evaidam Aptavam, that you explained Jnanavritti, etc. Anyway, Yan Manasa Manute, Na Manute means what? That which is not objectified by the mind, because it is not Vachyam. It is not a direct meaning. A direct meaning means you objectify. But here it is not. So I don't see the meaning as very vritti. So I don't see the meaning of any vritti. If I see the meaning in terms of a vritti, I have objectified. Look at that. I told you yesterday, I explained you. So, what is this? It is pen, right? So as you see the pen, you are objectifying in as vritti. Or even I utter a word. I even don't show you pen. Immediately in all of head of all of you, some change has occurred in your mind. As I uttered word, something has happened in your mind. That change is nothing but the thought of the pen. May not be this pen. Whatever the pen samskara you have, that thought form arises. Means you have objectified the pen. So as I utter a word and immediately you objectify in your mind as a thought form, well, we say the word has a meaning. If you cannot objectify, you say Swami, looks like it is a meaningless thing. Dagabuga. Puja Swami is Gagabuga. Eh? I have to say something little different. Being a chela, ultimately, that is, I have to follow, but Gagabuga is said Dagabuga. Dagabuga, Dagabuga. You are not able to objectify. Swamiji, it is meaningless. What you objectify is a thought, that's what you see as a meaning. Yeah. And therefore, Vijnana Ekrasam Brahma. Limitless consciousness, timeless consciousness. Nothing happens in your mind. Nothing, I tell you. Nothing. Simply staring at me, waiting for some more words, okay? And that too, waiting for meaningful words, okay? Again, I say gagaboga, then you will be frustrated and want to leave immediately. Therefore, when a word is used, but the meaning is, you don't get the meaning by objectification, and the word has a meaning, but you are not able to objectify it. Could you follow what I'm saying in terms of a thought form? And word also is still not meaningless, like gagabuga, etc. Consciousness is not a meaningless word, right? For you. Vijnanam, ekarasam, one without second, non-dual. Not meaningless word. You cannot say, Swamiji, it is gagabuga. You are speaking something gagabuga. No. Non-dual, but you are able to, you want to objectify. Nothing is happening there. Yeah. When you are not able to objectify, you don't see the meaning in terms of an objectifying through your vritti, then you are the meaning. No, but then it should be meaningless. No, it is not meaningless. Please tell me loudly. Consciousness is a meaningless word. Non-duality is a meaningless word. You cannot say that. Okay? And therefore, basically, when the meaning is not a particular, I mean, the meaning of a word is not a object. Objectified means it is an object. Then the meaning of the word is subject. I, who objectifies everything. When I say range of mountains, see, there is something happening in your mind. Ah, right? Range of mountains. Snow-covered mountains. Ah, you are not rejecting word because you are able to objectify. You are the one who objectifies. You are the one who objectifies. You are the one who objectifies. See, family of the wild cats, the whole tiger family, drinking water in the pond, near the pond, in a forest. In your all mind, you are able to objectify. Whatever, you are able to objectify. There is one photographer, I forgot his name, Salim or something, who took, I think, 10 or 11 or some lions together, lion and lionesses, together drinking water. Very rare, right? One, two, three, four, maybe 10 or 11. Together, all were drinking water in Sasangir in Gujarat. There is in Saurashtra. There is a beautiful reserve, a lion reserve. And while there, he happened, was a good photographer. I'm sorry, now he's no more. But he took that photo. Rare photo. It earned him so much reputation. He was able to capture. So I'm saying that. So all of you, even you have not seen photo, if the photo comes in your mind, we never realize what is the light in which all these things shines. It's totally non-separate from me. Yeah. Where is photo? Somebody photo is there. I know light. When you are seeing me, you are seeing light. I'm telling you. In fact, you can't see me if you don't see the light here. You see me at the time you are seeing the very reflected light comes to you, but you never count. You never count. You count Swami. In fact, there are two things here. One is a light which pervades my body and the body. Okay? Yeah. But anyway, my point is the any thought arises which you objectify arises in that light which is already there. And all the thoughts subside. Still you shine there. You say all the thoughts subside, Swamiji. That's your experience. That's the experience of having no particular experience. In deep sleep, it happens. In waking state also, it can happen. Anyway, so you can't see the meaning of Ekarasam Vijnanam Brahma. One consciousness without second. Not able to objectify like that of lions and all. You are not able to objectify. Therefore, meaningless. Take away those words. They are all gagabugas. No, 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 no. So meaning is also there, and meaning is not an object. Then the meaning is subject. One who objectify everything, one who objectifies everything is that subject, is the meaning of this word. Vijnanam ekrasam brahma. It's amazing teaching. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. All the words in any language, they without revealing Brahman, they come back. All the words in any language, they are able to objectify the species, they are able to objectify the attributes, they are able to objectify a certain agents of an action, they are able to objectify, relations. Then we have words of relation. And then there are certain words which are just as a convention used. And so they reveal. Language is over. All objectified, objectified, objectified. No word especially coined in any language for myself. So Shastra provides certain words. And those words pass through in order to germinate. Literally. Special words handled. Those words also you will objectify here and there. You may not be able to do, but you may. It's like Satyam. Oh, Swami, speaking truth. Speaking truth. Right? Satyam means true. True means true words. That's it. True words. Are you able to objectify? Yeah. You know that you are speaking truth. You know that other is speaking truth. So you are objectifying. The very Satyam also you are objectifying. Oh, but Satyam means the Atma. Who? That we don't know. Satyam means which cannot be negated. Yeah. Which is timeless. Which cannot be negated, which is the cause of the entire world. That is Satyam. Oh, no, that is. So all this is handled through. And then once the special words are handled and give the knowledge of the self, then any word in the language, by implication, lakshana, can give the meaning, same meaning. Any word you pick up, because ultimately, the adhishthanam of the truth of every word and the meaning of truth of of the object which is denoted by any word is what? Brahman alone. Therefore, you can pick up a chair also. Like table. From table, you can reach to Brahman. Yeah. So, table is Brahman? Brahman. Table is Brahman. Satyam is Brahman, Anantam is Brahman. There are special words in the Shastra. Later, any word, because Brahman being the cause of everything, this all is a fact. Any fact is non-separate from the Karanam. Any fact is the cause. So therefore, table is wood. That is it. Not total analysis. Go further. Table is wood. Wood is this. this is that, this is that. But then ultimately, by removing all, ultimately I will see Adhishthanam. No, no, it is right there. Table is table consciousness, is wood consciousness, is. And then what? Dust, sawdust. Sawdust is sawdust consciousness is consciousness pervades all along. That's the reality of everything. Therefore, it is said astibhati priyam chaiva namarupe namarupa it namarupa iti panchakam something. Adyatrayam brahmarupam jagadrupam tatodvayam durgdrsha viveka. Astibhati priyam. So, the truth, which is Brahman, which is in the form of Astibhati Priyam, is right present here. Therefore, table is Brahman. Yeah. Therefore, any word table also, by Lakshana ultimately, the immediate meaning of the word table is this. Popular meaning, immediate meaning, Vachyartha. But through Lakshana, connected to that, if you go further, analyze further in the light of Shastra's teaching, well, any word can ultimately land into the meaning of any word lands into you here. Therefore, what you really want to gain in your life is what you are. I want to gain that which is there in Costco. Oh, yes, you are that. The truth of the whole creation is you. You pervade entire creation. All that is there is you. Sarvatma. Anyway, so the difference here, yan manasana manute and manasaya vidam, the difference between two vakyas is a crucial. And why two types of vakyas are there? Because basically Brahman is beyond words. Beyond words means Brahman is beyond vachyartha. Therefore, no word can reveal immediately. Word table can reveal that table, object, meaning, that's fine. But that way it is not revealed directly. Directly. Lakshana, if you do, that's fine. Anyway, so it is beyond words, so it cannot be known. And manasaya vidam aptam means it will be known through the words only. Could you follow now? It can be known through the words. It is not beyond, it is beyond the words, cannot be known through the words because you cannot objectify. It's not a direct meaning of the words. Yeah. And it is known through the words as a lakshana. Like satyam, jnanam, nityam, all words that lands here only. The meaning lands here. And later then other words. You can pick up the words in a language. Any word in a language is denoting a some object in the creation. Yeah. And that object is what? Brahman. Therefore, any word can give land into. It lands, literally lands, like a plane lands. It lands nowhere else. It lands here in Pratyagatma, which is Brahman. Would you follow? Yeah. Vyashti, Samashti, both being one alone. The content is one. What is there is here. What is here is there. Therefore, never talk about an experience of Brahman. Waiting for experience of Brahman every morning. Looking here, there, inside. More you objectify, try to objectify Brahman, more you are away from the teaching. Most of the people, frustrated Vedantic people, let me talk like this, frustrated, who have given up the very listening, the very primary means of gaining knowledge and clarity, is this. We have heard a lot. We have heard a lot. But still we do not have an experience of Brahman. That's what it is. Anyway. So, immediate meaning, of course, of the words is not. That's a karya. That's a name and form. Nama rupa. But what is there as a content is Brahman alone. But word basically is used here. Even word, it's not immediate meaning of any word, but word is used to see ultimately yourself as the very meaning. initially. Special words of the Shastra you pick up, analyze, they land in terms of meaning to yourself or to Brahman. Either way, it is one and the same. And then those are significant words, we can say. Later on, any word in a language will ultimately lands into the meaning of that will land into the self. Now, further it is said, so manasa eva idam brahma ekrasam aptamim atma eva na anyadasti iti. Then aptechan, we have not read, we have read it? No. We have read it? No. Manasa idam brahma ekarasam aptavyam atma eva na anyadasti iti. Apte च नानात्व प्रत्युपस्थापिकायाः अविद्यायाः निवृत्तत्वात् इह ब्रह्मणि नाना नास्ति किंचन अणुमात्रम अपि. I think we read, but anyway, yeah, it's okay. Na iha nana asti kinchana. So by mind, by vritti jnanam, you will come to know you are Brahman. You are already Brahman, and so vritti doesn't add anything to you. Nothing is added into you. Everything being karyam of you. You pervade everything, therefore nothing can add in you. Nothing can be taken away from you. Yeah, nothing can be taken away from you. You are whole. And therefore, nothing is removed from Atma, nothing can be added into this Atma, which is Brahman. So only with respect to Pramana Vyavahara, only with respect to this knowing, well, there is a issue. Being denied to this knowledge is knowledge about yourself that you are whole is due to avidya only. And it has twofold, as I told you, this avidya has a twofold power. One is avarana and one is vikshepa. Avarana means concealing, as the avidya conceals. And that is, I study also said you, well, it doesn't cover your existence. It just covers what you really are, the truth about yourself. So, and in due to this avarana, well, there is a vikshepa. There are projections about you, which we call as a mistake, errors, etc. You can call it superimposition also. So, I am self-evident, and I have been given this buddhi. I need to operate as an individual. And so, definitely, you are going to operate your buddhi and say, I am a karta, drashta, bhokta, etc., due to avidya, etc. So, this is a conclusion about you. That's inevitable. You cannot help. I'm an individual. It's all within order. Why avidya at all? It's a universal thing. It's part of the order. There is ignorance. You cannot find a cause of it. So anyway, so it's all within order. And avidya is there, then mistake will be there. It's also order. Yeah. You cannot challenge. There is no exception to that. Once you don't know a given thing, it's likely that you project something else on that. It is with respect to even in the world, where the very Swamiji Jack Ma, the Jack Ma, one Chinese businessman, billionaire. His name is there in list of billionaires on the world. Jack Ma. So many things. He is in big business, and he uttered in somewhere when he was called 2 years ago. He was called for some function, and in that function he spoke against the government, Chinese government. That's it. This is China, not India. So, nobody knew where he is then. He could not. Nobody could find him. So when there is a avarana on Jack Ma, that where is he and how is he and all that, then what props up from that? All stories. This is called Vikshepa. This is a Vikshepa. Then later he appeared. Then all the projections. As he appeared, oh, I am here after some time. Then all theories, projections in the newspapers and news channels and all gone. As rope appears for you as a rope, Avarana goes away. Then snake and streak of water and cable and then crack in earth and all gone. That's how it is. So this is how it is. The conclusion is very the contrary conclusion about myself, which is called avidya by Bhashyakara. Yeah, Bhashyakara said yesterday only we saw Veda Drishti. Oh, I am different from the other. Oh, that's avidya. That's a perception that I'm different from others, or I'm insignificant, is due to avidya alone. Because there is no duality outside. So anyway, so what is in front of me, basically the body mind sense complex, I will take it as myself due to avidya. And that then this complex, I am Gnata, etc., will be always there. I will take it as myself. Basic person is a pramata. And um, and this is a confusion, self-confusion. Reveals a insanity on my part, really speaking. It's an insanity because you are not consistent regarding yourself. You are not consistently saying one thing regarding yourself. That's better. You are not consistently saying one thing regarding yourself. Sometimes you say, sometimes you refer yourself as a physical body. When you say, I am walking, right? And maybe, or I am sitting, or I'm lying down, Swamiji. There you refer yourself as physical body. Or when you say I'm tall, etc., you refer as a physical body. Then when you say I'm hungry, etc., you refer prana. When you say I'm a seer, hearer, etc., then you refer your sense organs. Then you say I'm trying to recollect your name, Swami. Therefore, you refer your mind. Oh, I'm angry right now. You refer to your emotions. So who are you then? Where is the consistency in your vyavahara about yourself? Really, and that's not only in my part. It's on everyone's part. And since it is common, when the insanity is common in a certain group, then the all are taken as a sane people. All are taken as sane, and that is why it in a hospital of a people mentally challenged people, all people 50 100 people, when they talk to each other, they feel they all are sane. When the doctor which comes there every morning is considered insane. Yeah, he's considered insane because he talks consistently. What he talks today, talks tomorrow. This is a medicine you should take. This is a thing you should do. Next day, did you take that medicine? He talks consistently. Who talks consistently in a group of people who talk inconsistent things, that consistently talking person is taken as a insane. Whereas, oh, where is your friend? Oh, I am eating right now in a canteen. What is this? No, that is sanity. One mad person, I mean, mentally challenged person, it's not fair to say mad person, but mentally challenged person says, where is your friend? Asking to another mentally challenged. He said, I'm sitting here in eating food. What are you doing? Yeah, like that. So there, this doctor is considered as a say insane guy. Same situation. Come out of the hospital now. Okay, a big hospital. Everyone is inconsistent. When I ask you, you tell me one thing about yourself. Forget about the world you do not know because of the ignorance. You tell just one thing consistently about yourself, that this is me. You cannot tell. You cannot tell. Literally. No one is able to tell. Highly inconsistent we are. But then all are in a same boat. Everyone is born ignorant. Everyone takes one's body, mind, sense complex as oneself, ahankara as oneself. And therefore, when you take ahankara as yourself, there is I sense in a body and the I sense in the senses and I sense in the prana. And you refer one of the thing all the time. So consistently you are talking inconsistent things about yourself, in fact. And therefore all are Said, sane people. So you give me a certificate. In fact, I am the one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the height of the foolishness. I say there are sane people outside the hospital, and there are insane people inside that mentally challenged hospital. One who talks. No, no, no. The one who talks is equally insane. Equally insane. Could you follow what I'm saying? Why I'm saying this, Swami? Why are you saying? There is order. Even though this is a mistake, committed, universal mistake, but everyone is committing the mistake and therefore it looks normal. It's part of, because of Ishvara's order alone, all are in the order. And in spite of all this subjectivity, etc., well, see, and this subjectivity has a certain, a predictability. And therefore, because of the order. Therefore, when you say I'm angry, there is certain order there. When you say I am compassionate, there is order there. When you say I am seer, there is order there. When you say I'm seer, you are a conscious being and you have identification with your mind and the senses, eyes. So you are going to say I'm a seer. You are going to say, 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 universal. So therefore, it's Ishvara's order. When you say I'm angry and I give you reason, you don't say why you should be angry. You understand the reason. In fact, I know that you will understand me, my anger. I talk to you. Yeah, you are right. I know this is, if this is a thing, then anyone can be angry. You say like that. If this is a thing, then anyone can be angry. There is order, psychological order there. My point is, Puja Swamiji struggles to show, even in this mistake, that there is a Ishvara all the way. You are never away from Ishvara. Even you are committing a mistake. Even so-called duality is still there. Not understanding I am limitless consciousness, etc. Even at that level, that I am a one who is a drashta, the jiva, and all that is there is Ishvara, world, with drishyam. Well, in that also, there is Ishvara is pervading you in terms of this cognitive order, in terms of a psychological order, in terms of physiological order, etc. All the way, Ishvara is pervading you. You are not alienated from Ishvara. Anyway, so I am body, I am fat, tall, black, etc. There is so much order there, very much. Ishvara is all this, right? So in terms of order also he pervades. In terms of consciousness, well, I'm not separate from him. Either I, Tadeva Iha, and Amut and Tadeva Yadeva Iha, Tadeva Amrutra, Yadeva Amrutra, Tadeva Iha, etc., etc. That is fine. That is in terms of content, the reality. But in terms of even a so-called duality, Jiva Ishvara, Ishvara pervades, Samashti pervades, the order pervades you totally, to your mind, to your senses, everywhere it pervades you. In terms of order, in terms of knowledge, all-knowing Ishvara pervades you because that is his manifestation. So your senses is a manifestation of Ishvara. Your emotions are manifestation of Ishvara. The very reaction, action, reaction, the cause effect, all. And anger is a effect. There is a cause, and that cause is universal. That's what psychologists, the way that's how they treat. They don't they treat the humanity. They don't treat an individual. The other individual comes. He said, "Well, we have not studied his psychology." No, a common. And therefore, Ishvara pervades all the way this individual. Samashti pervades all the way this individual. So, if you know this, then ultimately to know oneness will be simple. Would you follow? Even in duality, also, it's in at that level. While that Ishvara pervades you, the Jiva, Veshti Samashti also duality, where that duality is not a watertight compartment kind of a thing all the way. including ahankara also, well, definitely is within the order, right? Therefore, the mind being what it is, consciousness manifests there, obtains there, as the very I thought. It's order, it's a law. Could you follow what I'm saying? You have not generated ahankara. It's there. Only you claim due to a individual upadhi karana sharira avidya, you claim ahankara. But that avidya also is part of the order. Right? Avidya is part of it. You have not generated avidya. No one can say, I have created ignorance. This may look little difficult, but it is ultimately to gain the knowledge of oneness. My God, I am Ishvara, or Ishvara is in the form of I. Well, then you may be thinking Ishvara is like that. I am like that, and that cannot be oneness. Well, it's not true. Even at that level, keeping the upadhi, I'm saying, keeping the upadhi also. Well, your upadhi is totally pervaded. Vyashti is pervaded by samashti. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om